Hello everybody, my name is Jad. Welcome to another MLB 1925 video, and in today's video we've got packs combos. We've got a brand new update for you guys to talk about, and I want to apologize for making this video a little late today. Unfortunately, the last week we had a couple updates, a lot of maintenances, so I had to update the emulator a couple times, and I was like a little late updating it. And it was a little difficult for me to find an APK this time for some reason, so I couldn't really farm that much during the week, so I wanted to give you guys an extra day of farming because I felt like there was not enough stuff in my inventory to actually quantify a video, and I just wanted to push it back a day just so that way I could actually make a semi-decent video for you guys. But today, in today's video, I thought I got a Diamond Trainer ticket, but no, in fact, we all got a free Diamond Skilled Recruit ticket, so that's the new thing that's going on. I guess that's this release thing here. I want to take a look at this. $100 for the Skilled Trainer Recruit ticket. 3 for $29.99 is actually kind of crazy. So that's the new update. It appears to be some kind of new system that adds a fourth type of trainer and allows you to augment the skills on your current batter, which is kind of interesting in my opinion. It adds another layer of complexity to the game. That means, I thought originally that meant I was going to finally be able to use my pent-up supply of golds and silver tickets, but unfortunately that is not the case. I was hoping that meant that, but it does not mean that, unfortunately. I thought that meant that I'd be getting them out of the normal packs, but no, they're completely separate packs. So, we will have to be finding them some other way. Now, I don't know necessarily how to get them, but I know that they're out there. I'm not sure if you can get them from League. I have a couple of them, so I assume you can get them from League. Not too sure myself, but we'll find out eventually. Maybe someone in the comment section will tell me. And I also do plan to use the 2 position option tickets on my batting eye trainer, so that way we can see if we can get it on one of my players, because I desperately need that. So, this is not going to be a very long video today, unfortunately. We do not have a lot of packs to go through, but hopefully that means that will be a high-octane video where we're just going to be going just here, there, everywhere. We're doing everything, nonstop. And it means we don't have a lot of time to talk about things that are going on in baseball, which is, for instance, the thing that I possibly is the worst news I ever heard of, which was basically 8 hours of hearing that Aaron Judge might be injured. And of course he is injured. He has a flexor strain, but it's not quite the worst news. It's not good news, but it's not the worst news. Everybody, as soon as they heard that he had an elbow issue and was going to go see the team physician, everyone went, oh my god, it's Tommy John surgery, which seems weird for a position player, but considering the absolute number of Tommy John surgeries on position players the Yankees have had in recent memory, it's not outside the realm of possibilities, in my opinion, because there's been a couple of them. Most recently, Dominguez, who just absolutely had his elbow fall apart on us after coming up a year or two ago, which was just absolutely horrible, because he came up such crazy numbers, and then he just was like, oh, my elbow hurts, and then, oh, Tommy John surgery, we'll see you in a year. And it was basically the same kind of thing that we all thought the worst case scenario, because we've been down this road before. And it's weird because Tommy John surgery is just strange for position players. It's more for pitchers, obviously, but you could see something was wrong. You could tell that something was very wrong when he was throwing the baseball. You could tell that he was wincing on throws, and you knew something was wrong, even though the front office was saying that everything was fine. But finally, he came to the front office and said, "Hey, I'm not feeling well. I'm worried enough to go get a test." They got some tests. Turns out, thankfully, it was not what we all thought, and he'll be out about 10 days theoretically, and then he'll come DH hopefully. I know for a fact they're not going to rush him, so if he's not feeling up to it, he won't come back. Although I know he probably will want to come back. But the other insane news, I'm not really going to harp on it too long because obviously it just pains me to talk about. But obviously the other insane news was the fact that now we have another Guardians pitcher that's currently being investigated for gambling ties. And in my opinion, the weird thing is that the Luis Ortiz thing was weird because it seemed to me the fact that if you looked at the evidence that was kind of crowdsourced by people, you could kind of tell that there wasn't really too much of a thing there. You could there was a couple of those pitches that they honed in on, which was there was 2 0-0 pitches that were essentially waste pitches at the beginning of an inning, and you're like, okay, that's kind of weird. But then the other day, Emmanuel Clase comes out as being investigated for the same thing, and then not only does that also dash everyone's hopes at the trade deadline that he's going to be moved because now he's on paid leave. So I doubt he could be traded at this point. But you look at the fact that there was probably like 9 or 10 videos of him throwing absolute garbage 0-0 pitches, and in some cases, some of them were just at the beginning of the inning. I think there was like 5 or 6 of them with no outs, and it was a 0-0 pitch, and he just throws a ball in the dirt or just spikes it. It's just so weird to watch because he's a closer. Like, sometimes you see other players go through that stuff, and you see them throw like a bad pitch at the beginning of the inning, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem, that's fine. But then like closers, like the opposite, they don't want to walk anybody. So it's just really weird to see the closer just do that, just throw an uncompetitive pitch in the first pitch of the inning. But he is sometimes a little wild, so I can buy that. But it just seemed to always be 0-0 pitches with either 0 or 1 outs. Like, it was bizarre. But if you compare like the two situations, there's a mountain of evidence against him compared to the evidence against Luis Ortiz, for instance. There's significantly more evidence against Clase. And I'm not saying he's guilty, but it certainly makes you look at it and go, that's really weird. That is very weird. Some people say they noticed it already. I'm not too in the loop about people, like, cheating scandals and stuff like that, but we'll see what comes out of it. I really don't know. It's really weird. That's all I'm saying is, like, it's crazy how they first figured out that Luis Ortiz was potentially being weird about the whole 0-0 pitches thing, and then now Clase comes out about it. Like, it makes you wonder how deep this rabbit hole goes, because apparently somebody else reported that the MLB is not done either. They are going to continue to look into this. Like, there are more people on their radar that they are now currently thinking about either suspending or investigating. So this could get seriously wild, and it's yet another black mark, in my opinion, about how stupid gambling is in sports. I mean, like, I'm for sports gambling because I think that it provides a lot of revenue for states. Like, for instance, my state was one of the first states to implement sports gambling, and it was a huge boon for our economy. But now I'm starting to realize, like, the results that people just can't stop what they're doing, and like the lengths that people will go to gamble money on sports. I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was like a report. I forget who it was. I think it was Giolito from the Red Sox that said that after his start, people come up to him and scream at him because I guess he didn't hit their parlays or something like that. Like, they harass him online and in person. It's insanity. Like, what kind of world are we living in where just because the guy didn't hit your parlay, you feel like you have the right, or like you want to go run up to the guy after his start and scream at him? Like, I'm okay with you if you want to like jaw at him from the stands for him having a bad start. Like, as a fan, if you bought a ticket, you're entitled to do that. I'm cool with that. Like, that's normal. That's called baseball. You're allowed to, do that. But when you are just going up to somebody and yelling at them and screaming at them and threatening them because you had bet strikeouts over 4.5 and they only threw 4 strikeouts, or they only pitched 3 innings and you had them going for a quality start, I think that's just a certain level of disgusting that I can't even fathom. It's just ludicrous, in my opinion. Like, what world are we living in now where we have to deal with that? It's gross. I think that looking back on it, I think to myself, like, yeah, I understand why, but I'm also just kind of like gross and disgusted. Like, these people are nutcases, and I think that they should not be anywhere near a phone gambling. And like, if it's gotten to that point now, if you're gambling and it's gotten to that point and you're betting the kind of money where you can lose that money, either you're losing money you can't afford to lose, or you're gambling and you're threatening players for not hitting parlays, I feel like maybe now it's time for you to check yourself into some kind of help. I think now you've crossed the line. I think now you need to go talk to somebody, talk to a professional, and you need to go sort this out, because this is unacceptable, and I think that is just a gross, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It is a gross, I can't think of the word. It's a line that shouldn't be crossed ever, and once you cross it, I think now you have to look at yourself and go, this is a problem. You're either going to do some serious damage to yourself, or you're going to do some serious damage to your family, and I think that you're on a dangerous course at that point. So anyway, like, I saw that article the other day, And I thought it tied into this, what's going on now with Class A and the Guardians, and who knows how many other players at MLB at this point either. Like, who knows at this point? But it's something that I don't think we're ever going to escape. Like, I always assumed that, I assumed always in the past, like, whenever you heard about gambling scandals, and it was, like, always the NCAA players, and, oh, it was, like, college basketball and stuff like that. Or, like, I assumed in the past that those players were susceptible to it because they didn't get paid a high enough amount of money, and that somebody with a lot of money, to gain, could come influence the game, and like they would bow to the pressure, for instance. And I assume that that's the way it would work, and that it wouldn't work on an MLB level because players are getting paid too much money, and the risks, in my opinion, are too high if you're caught, because you're not going to want to have a purposely bad performance in the MLB because you could get sent down and never get sent back up again. Like, that could potentially happen. You know, we saw with the Astros cheating scandal, some people's careers were literally ended because the Astros beat the living daylights out of them. And some pitchers never came back up again after that. Like, we have heard about that. But, like, I always thought that the risks were way too high, but apparently the answer is that they think they can either A, get away with it, or B, they don't think the risks are high enough. So, here we are. That was also a good number of skill change tickets, and unfortunately, we didn't get anything out of them. So, on to the trainers. So, we'll see what the MLB investigation is. Some people were complaining about the fact that the MLB took 2 days to basically investigate Shohei Ohtani and came back with he was an innocent verdict, and the fact that this has been going on for several weeks now. And I will shoot back with the fact that apparently the MLB had been contacted by the FBI and the DOJ, that they had already been doing an investigation for a year at that point when the MLB was contacted about this investigation. So give it some time. We'll see where it goes. But for the most part, that's pretty much the end of that story. And, oh, wow. I don't need it, but I got a Diamond Steel Trainer from it. I guess we will combine that. I'll see what the position option is on it first. So let's open up the two premium skill trainer tickets first. Somebody actually had a funny comment on it as I go reach over here for a tissue to blow my nose because I am having trouble speaking now, so give me 1 second. Somebody actually had a funny comment on it because it was the same thing that happened when Ohtani got involved in the gambling scandal, which was somebody said that they reported that Class A was caught potentially gambling on games or doing some suspicious activity, and that BetMGM is the official partner of MLB. Use code Class A to get a free same-game parlay. I don't know. I'm like, oh my god, we gotta calm down, man. This is too much. This is too much. I got a 5-tool player. Do I want to decrease the chance of a fly ball? I don't know if I want to decrease the chance of a fly ball. Does that mean I'll hit more ground balls and that means I'll hit more home runs? I feel like I want to hit more fly balls. Honestly. Increase the chance of a line drive. Increase the chance of a hard ball. That's okay. That's cool. Let's open up the Diamond Skill Trainer ticket. And let's see what we get. Batter's Insight 2. Increase the chance of hard ball. Oh, wow. There's a lot of words here. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Do I have batting machine on somebody that I really want? That all sounds really good. Increased chance of a home run by 5%. That sounds really good. A home run like hit, so probably not exactly what we want. Home run like hit, as in like high exit velo. Let's see here. Oh wait, what? Hold on a second. Go back. What? Diamond position option increase. Does that mean I have to be on the guy's thing? I want to change the batting eye one. Yeah, okay. So let's go. I want to change it off of first baseman because these ones are kind of lame position options in my opinion. So let's use this one. Increase the chance of a line drive when the base eye is 65 or higher. Increase the chance of a hard hit ground ball when the base contact is 70. That sounds pretty good in my opinion. I think I want to go with that. I mean, in terms of now it's all position options, so now I can put it on anybody. That's kind of what I want. You have... Judge already has one. I don't need it on him. So let's go... let's see here. I could probably put it on... Who do I want to put it on? Who has, like, really high eye? I don't know if Henderson... I don't know if Henderson has really high eye. Now, he does, but he already has a power hitter diamond trainer. So let's see who else we got. What does Mantle have? He has home run hitter, doesn't he? He has home run hitter. Babe Ruth has power hitter. No, he also has home run hitter too. I don't know. I don't want to put it on those guys personally. I want to put it on. Yeah, I kind of want to put it on Cano. Oh, he doesn't have the base I though. He doesn't have 72 base I though. I don't think. Oh, 65. Okay. Yeah, I want to put it on Cano. I'll remove that one, and then I'll put it on Cano. No I+1, but that's okay. So hopefully he's just like, he's a little rough right now for me. Like, I'm totally okay with Ruth and with Mantle's performances, but Cano has been just kind of rough around the edges. I feel like he should absolutely be a little better in my opinion. So let's see here. Let us go and let's just use this to teleport back to the menu, and then we'll see what we can do with skills. So what does Judge have? Pioneer. Let me find someone that's got batting machine. I don't know who has batting machine. We're gonna go through some players together here, and we're gonna find out who has batting machine. Because I've been trying to get rid of batting machine because it's really not a good skill, or it hasn't been a good skill in my opinion. I just don't want it on my lineup. I think I have nobody with batting machine on my lineup anymore. Like, that would not surprise me if I do or don't. Yeah, I don't have anybody with batting machine on my lineup. Just because it's kind of like, eh. Like, nobody wants to use batting machine. So maybe we can change that one. We can probably change that. Oh, you need the skill change ticket. Meh. Okay, well, we can't change that then. Well, we'll just throw this on somebody real quickly right now. Let's just throw it on, like my Judge, for instance. We'll just hit that 55 more times, just because I want to make sure that I've made my point. So we'll throw this on here right now. The fact that it decreases the opponent's legend skill by 1 is really good in my opinion. And then hopefully we can get the gold one changed. 1,000 points. That is such a randomly bad. It's such a low cost in my opinion. Like, what's even the point of that? It just seems like such a silly thing to have to pay for. All right, well, we'll see what we can do in the future. Actually, let me just throw these change. Let me throw those gold ones on people real quickly. Let us throw the gold ones on people. So I've got a 5-tool one, which we can throw on Henderson. Actually, no, not release. Sorry, that was the wrong button. And then I don't have anybody with batting machine, so I also can't use that one either. So, funny enough. Anyway, let's see. I don't know how we get these, but hopefully we'll have more of them next week because these will be a pretty cool thing in my opinion. So hopefully we'll have more again soon. But I will see you guys in the next video. Good luck with your packs, your pulls, your combos. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the new update, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I apologize again, this video is so late, but hopefully next video I believe will be out on Monday because I am currently going to be farming again right now because I finally got the new APK installed. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Good luck with your packs, your pulls, your combos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.